Ring up Graeme Kenna.
This is the voicemail of Graeme Kenna from
Well, that was very quick.
the Legal Department for Adult Services in Bradford Council. Please leave a message and I will get back to you.
After you've finished your message, just hang up, or to hear more options, please press 1.
Yes, hello Mr. Kenna, it's Mr. Hussain here, once again leaving yourself another daily message like a broken record. That was a very quick turn off of the phone. No doubt you're in work today, because you work part-time as I understand it, and you're no doubt in meetings, no doubt discussing how you're going to end up terminating my brother Talib's life so you can then look to plunder and profiteer and cover up all your own failures. Now, why is it the case that I still can't see my brother in the month of Ramadan? I mean, you claim to be a city of culture, and yet at the same time, and avoiding what culture exactly are you talking about? I mean, it's a month of Ramadan. My brother should be at home with his family. If I can't see my brother, what exact pretext and excuse have you got that that my sister can't speak to him? Both me and my sister in Oldham have been denied access to see our brother. My brother has certain fundamental human rights that you're violating. You understand that you're violating these rights because you have tried to convict me of, have successfully convicted me of violating other people's rights. When the reality is that it is you, the local authority, are violating the rights of the residents that you're meant to be serving. It's now been over, like, I don't even know how long it's been, that you've kidnapped my brother from my care and holding him hostage and at ransom and refusing to engage with me whilst denying him his basic rights. This is completely fraudulent, and at the same time you're sending officers to my house for a council tax liability. Well, wait on a minute. You've stolen so much money from us and you want me to pay £16,000 council tax. So why don't you talk to us? I'll talk to you. I need a single point of contact, not 1,000 people, all compartmentalized and saying, I don't know what's going on. You know exactly, what's going on, Mr. Kenna. You've been involved in this case for a number of years. In fact, you were brought back from retirement for this very purpose of trying to ostracize me and target and victimize me. Your predecessor, Solicitor, I can't remember her name, was taken off the case, and you were brought onto the case in my mother's case when it was in the court of protection, because you realised that it was that you're not having any success with your previous barrister, solicitor. It's all been fraudulent from day one, hasn't it? It's all been a contrived setup in order to target and victimize me and put me down and put me into servitude and bondage so that you could continue to perpetuate the lies and deceptions that you've been peddling all this time. All I'm asking you to do is just give me an account of yourself. Explain to me how exactly you can take my brother from his home without any capacity assessment carried out, without any welfare checks carried out, without any kind of you've just simply come and kidnapped him, locked me up on charges of neglect, and then proceeded to force my brother into a care home. That was clearly a staged event, in it. You all in the background were plotting and planning to stage an event on the 3rd of June. So I was going to go down and you were going to find some sort of pretext to effectively deny me access to my brother. That never happened. You know that never happened. Oh, Mr. Hussain, don't record us. I've told you I'm going to be recording from 2014. You've got letters saying that for my protection and safety, I can't trust you people anymore. All interactions need to be recorded now. And then you say, no, don't record us. So we can't, you're preventing us from lying and bullshitting and making stuff up. And it embarrasses us because you got video evidence to the contrary, or recorded evidence to the contrary. So we can't do what we normally do. And that's a sticking block for you, isn't it? Me recording. What's wrong with me recording? You've been aware since 2014 that I'm going to be recording everything. In fact, you've been aware I record meetings since 2008. Okay, which about how many years are we going that to 17 years you've been aware. That's crazy, isn't it? Since 2008, which is 10, 20, yeah, that's 10, 12, yeah, nearly 16 years, 15, 16 years you've been aware that I've been recording. It's my policy to record because that's the only way I can deal with lying, cheating scoundrels like yourself in order to protect me from being sent, victimized as I have been done. And even with my recordings, it doesn't make a difference because ultimately you, irrespective of the evidence or facts, you simply buy off the judges and courts and tribunals. No doubt now this is another thing that you're instigating, all colluding and conspiring in order to achieve your objectives, in order to torture and manipulate us in order to achieve your objectives. Why can't I just speak to my brother? What legal basis do you have to detain him? You know you got no legal basis. The care home knows they got no legal basis. The Prime Minister knows you got no legal basis, and Justice Secretary knows you got no legal basis. You have no legal basis to detain my brother in the manner that you're doing so. It's unlawful and illegal, and you know it, and you've tried to force through a capacity assessment that you failed to achieve previously when you were targeting me and my mother. So you've been forcing through a capacity assessment which you failed upon failure, and then ultimately you were left with no choice but to force my brother's kidnap and abduction so you could rubber stamp a capacity assessment so you can then take control of my brother. This is completely ridiculous and horrendous. You know it and I know it. Today is the 11th of March 2025. You've kidnapped my brother since the 8th of August 2023. It's been over 570 days. We still want to know what legal basis you're detaining my brother in. It's completely unlawful and reprehensible and deplorable, and I'm urging you to contact us before my brother you end up killing him. Because remember, I have highlighted to you the murder of each family member, my trust beneficiaries, is rated at £1 billion by you, the council. Now you, the council, don't even have any money left, and you're now having to force to borrow money. Is it not right that you're borrowing 127 million because that's what the government's allowed you to do? You wanted to raise the council tax by 15%. 15% for what purpose? So you could pay keep your payments and your own positions in authority and control. Absolutely ridiculous. You're raising council tax for the purposes of what exactly? With social care, you don't pay social care. You just allow people to you exploit families in order to achieve those objectives. And it's all lies and deceptions that you continue to perpetuate. I'm leaving you daily messages. It's £1 million a day for your criminality that you're taking, but all these numbers mean nothing to you because ultimately you know and I know nothing's gonna happen from this because you're gonna buy off the judges and the courts, and if things get too hairy for you, you'll start killing and murdering people as you normally do, as you've murdered my father in 2009, my older brother in 2014, pathetically trying to frame me for his murder. That all failed.
You're approaching the maximum allowed time for recording a message. If you wish to record further, please choose the append option from the menu. If you've finished recording, just hang up. If you don't carry on recording or hang up, your message will be deleted. To listen to your message, press 1. Please record the rest of your message after the tone. When you've finished recording, press the hash key.
Okay, Mr. Kenna, time is getting the better of us once again. As I was saying, all you can do is torture and murder people to death and continue this pathetic facade that you are a city of culture, benevolent and benign, cultured and refined, and that you are doing everything in accordance with the law. The reality is you're doing none of the above. You're lying, cheating and manipulating. It's the month of Ramadan. I haven't seen my brother since the 3rd of June last year, and I'm unlikely to see him alive, aren't I? You're going to end up murdering him off like you murdered everybody else off, and this is how you do things. I didn't get to see my mother, and neither did my brother Tyler. We get to see our own mother for the last 338 days of her life. You have simply done as you pleased and got away with murder. Well, you're not going to get away with anything. The reality is that the only difference is that you think you're getting away with murdering people.
You've reached the maximum time available for recording your message. To listen to your message, press 1. To re-record your message, press 2. If you are happy, message sent. Goodbye.
So that's another day spent, speaking to the council city solicitor who refused to engage or speak with me. Yet the reality is that every day that goes by is torturous for both me, my sister, and my brother because they've unlawfully kidnapped him. The police are saying, "Oh, it's got nothing to do with this now." So this is always the police's action. They'll come over with a heavy hand, heavy force, do damage, do criminal damage, and then say, "Oh no, it's got nothing to do with this now. Go to speak to the council. We came as a gang, and now we're denying everything and saying it's not our fault. Go speak to the gang leader." So you reproach any criminality by simply looking the other way. This is completely lies and deceptions that they've committed against me and my family and continuing to torture us. And there's nothing I can do about it because they know at the end of the day who's going to listen to us. They're going to just buy off the judges, and that's what they always do.